What's going on, Spartans? I hope you guys are enjoying the new Fracture Tenrai event. I know I am, and all the new cosmetics, but something that's crossed my mind for a while now, and I've heard other people talk about, is the armor and cosmetics in Halo Infinite pay to win, or are they pay to lose? Now, I know for a fact that it can be kind of pay to lose when you think of the armor effects that leave behind footsteps, things like that. With the new Gansai gear effect, there is no noise when you do a thruster, so essentially it could be like pay to win in a certain situation. I could see this being really useful in ranked gameplay. Not only are visuals like one of the most important thing when playing ranked, taking those cues in when, you know, making callouts, but if you hear somebody thrust in a certain direction, you can also make a call out or this and that. You could probably get the one up in a situation, or a 1v1, maybe even a 1v3 if you were to thrust and it doesn't make that noise. Technically, that would be like a pay to win feature, and I'm not too bothered by it. I actually think it's kind of cool. If they did more things like this, I really wouldn't be upset. But if you guys want to get into the next portion of the video, we're going to be testing if different helmets and heights on the same kind of armor cores actually change the hitbox at all, along with like armor effects and stuff like that. I am curious to see what you guys think down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of like pay to win, pay to lose, this whole how this affects the gameplay. Anyways, we're gonna get to some testing, and just throwing it out there, I'd appreciate it if you guys subscribed and watched some of my long form videos. Really close to being partnered on YouTube. So anyways, on with the rest of the video. Alright, so the first and easy thing I wanted to test is, can you guys hear my thruster pack? So if you guys could just shake your head no or yes if you hear or don't hear this thruster, that would be great. So we're just gonna test real quick if the new armor effect actually silences your armor effect, as in the thruster. So that'll be really interesting. I believe it does from the testing I've done in matchmaking, but we're just gonna double check real quick.
Evasive maneuvers.
You don't hear it. You don't hear it. And do you hear it? No. Okay, so we got 3 no's. And real quick, if I'm behind you and I thrust, now this is where it could be really pay to win, right? Did you hear that? No, see, no one heard that. See, now that could be really fucking useful in even ranked, but let alone matchmaking as a whole. And just for reference, can one of you guys grab the thruster pack and use it in front of me if you're not using that effect? Yeah, see, I still hear that. I still hear that. So that's interesting. Now, for the next thing we have going on here, I'm just gonna have everybody stand in a line in front of these poles right here. All right, so as you can see here, this green line represents the Mark 7 with no helmet attachments. This red line represents the... It's kind of tied. Make sure you're all looking 0 altitude with your scope. Okay, so as you can see, the blue line represents the Dragon Horns helmet attachment, and the red line represents the new Conehead helmet. I mean, what is this? The Kawari? Very, very interesting. Now, something I wanted to test, does this affect the hitbox? I'm on the red line here. Let's go down the blue line. Now, it doesn't seem to affect the hitbox right at the tip, which is interesting. Now, the other thing I wanted to test, does it affect it with the battle rifle, bullet magnetism, and aim assist? Keep in mind, I'm on mouse and keyboard, so the values could be less. Ooh, see, that's tricky. If I'm right on the green line, or like right where it should be showing the tip of his helmet, that's gonna reg. So if we go to the green line on crit, it's about the same. Oh, no, it's still gonna reg, even though I'm not getting red reticle right now. And it's still gonna reg on the Dragon Horns. So that's to keep in mind. I'm keeping my crosshair right where it was placed. I'm still getting that on that, but if we go up to about the blue line, we're not getting any hit reg. And for the Dragon Horns, nothing. Now, where does this end up hitting? I'm hitting in the middle. I'm not getting any hit registration on the Dragon Horns. Now, if we bring this down just a cunt hair to about the green, where I'm still not red reticle, but I am getting hit reg. But it also is like that for Mark 7, and obviously for the Conehead. Alright, so that is about the lowest at we're getting hit reg for the cone head. We're still getting hit reg on the hitbox for Mark 7. And if you go to the very center of the dragon helmet here, it seems to, but the horns do not affect the hitbox, which is actually good to know. It's not full-blown pay to lose, which leads me to believe that any of the armor effects or helmet attachments aren't exactly going to change your hitbox in this game, which is actually surprising. But one thing I would like to point out, and this is why we have this cube here, if you all could just stand on this side of the cube and line up again. Now, as you can see, that's some pay to lose that I'm talking about. Now, I'm not going to get any hit reg, but where this is going to kind of screw you over is if you're hiding here and I see that red outline, I know there's an enemy behind this mohawk, cube, block wall, whatever you want to call it. Imagine it is an actual like arted map. In matchmaking, you're kind of trying to peek behind there. Now, obviously, it's not wide enough to hide the pistols. If you all could just face my direction, like I'll turn towards this wall and face it. Okay, now this would be a better example. I can see the tip of the dragon horn, and I can definitely see that motherfucking cone head helmet, which would, you know, I can see the horns even if I go up a little bit on this elevation. I'm not going to get any hit registration, which, again, we've already proved that it does not extend the hitboxes, which is really important. I feel like that's a good feature. They did a good job with it, but you can see I did just get a shot to reg, even though I have no red reticle, and that was on the dragon horns, but not the cone head helmet. It's interesting. So yeah, I mean, that pretty much concludes the testing. You know, are Halo skins pay to win? Are they pay to lose? I believe the armor effects, like if you guys were to like just move around in place just a little bit. Yeah, see how I can see some of the armor effects, you know, even just that cube one where he's not really peeking out, but I see the cube starting to pop out over here. That's, you know, a little feature where it's going to make it easier to track someone that's running away from you, see which direction they went towards maybe, and things like that. Is the pay to lose factor significant in this game? No. Is the pay to win feature though with the new thruster?
5 minutes remaining.
I feel like that's kind of huge. So it's something I just wanted to point out for everybody. Obviously, no one can hear me thrusting around right now, which is super interesting. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Be sure to drop a like on this video so more people in the community can, you know, get their hands on this. Maybe it could, you know, be used a lot more in ranked. Maybe this is a feature and not like a little mishap from 343. Do you guys think they're going to patch this in the future? I'm not too sure. I'm almost a big fan of it because obviously it's still going to give me that armor effect when I thrust, but it's not going to make any sound. I don't even know. I don't know. It's not making it right now in this custom game, but usually when you use an equipment, it'll leave like a little armor effect behind, like it makes like a slash or like black smoke with this one, but I'm not even seeing that. But again, could one of you guys pick up a thruster and perhaps this one's about to spawn? Just for proof of reference, this one's not making any visual effect or sound, but again, when he uses it, I see that effect and hear it. So it's really interesting, honestly. This one, I know it is a ninja-like Mjolnir armor and effect. Kind of just has that nice touch of being quiet and more ninja-like. You guys see my armor effect when I thrust around at all? A little head shake, no or yes? Oh, you do see the armor effect. I'm just not seeing it on my screen. Okay, well, you know, there we go. I guess that proves that. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. Appreciate you guys stopping by the video, and I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch like I do every night, so if that sounds interesting to you, go to the description, hit those links, follow the socials, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
Triple kill.